Hello everybody, it's Shadow SP here. I'm playing Granblue Fantasy on the No Gotcha account. And we're going to go through some story today. So last time, we were on the way to Golonzo when suddenly we encountered some weather in the form of mist. And we encountered some mechanical trouble on the Grandcypher, so we were kind of forced to put down for some patchwork maintenance. Rackham and Eugen did some maintenance while we, the main character, Catalina, Io, Rosetta, Luria, and V, went out and kind of explored the island that we were on. Turns out it was full of zombies and the undead, including the entire village. The only settlement on the island. Everyone had been turned to zombies, but they had a really positive attitude. And according to them, it had been like 100 years since this had happened. Anyway, they gave us some clues. We met a ghost girl. Sturm and Drong were on the island. They were apparently looking for some treasure from the primal beast Celeste. And then turns out that, when we met this ghost girl named, she received the name Fairy from Drong. And we did some romping around, eventually finding out that Fairy was under the misconception that she had called Celeste to the island, bringing this curse of undeath on everybody. When in reality it was a traveling doctor who had arrived on in the village to treat an ongoing plague. This was a little over 100 years ago, right? So we then have to chase down Celeste, take it down. All the people that were in the village turn to dust in front of us, which is kind of a morbid image. But Fairy, the ghost, does not go on to the afterlife. She's still stuck in the the living world. She takes this as a sign that she still has a role to play later, and we part ways. Us heading back to the Grandcypher. We then get a scene with Sturm and Drong, kind of talking more about the actual reason why they were there, and yeah. So if you want to see more about that, you can go watch the previous chapters. It was all the way at the end, so I'm not going to say anything here because it's not relevant to the story. But then, after that scene, we are able to leave this mysterious unknown island and make our way to Golonzo, because we still need to repair the Grandcypher. So, let's get to it. Okay, so let's like the story. We're going to leave Misshrouded Isle, head to Golonzo. Alright, chapter 25, A Taste of Home. Okay. Let's go with an all-elemental one. Let's see. Yeah, let's stick with light for now. I almost hit the skip button by reflex. It seems like half of the population of the island making a living in the same industry would not be good for the island's economy. Though I suppose if they're able to kind of
あれがガロンゾですか。
be a major port of call for
の
stuff
ですね、宰相閣
for
下。
the maintenance
恐れながらお
and
尋ねしますが、
tune-ups and
なぜ
everything.
宰相閣下自らこ
They
んな
could
ところ
probably
へ。
make ends meet with outside
今
trade.
回の件については私自ら指揮を取るようにと陛下から直々の勅令がありました。
This is the first time we've seen this character, I believe.
まあ扱うものがものですからね。陛下も慎重になっていらっしゃるのでしょう。ルリアの奪還も含め陛下の勅令である以上失敗は許されません。各自くれぐれも慢心することのなきよう注意して臨んでください。
Okay, so the
はあ。
recapture of Luria is, you know, declared here as like an unwavering objective that must be accomplished by the Empire then. Alright.
くそ。いよいよまずいぜこれは。
What, are we falling apart in midair?
高度が落ちてやがるな。
Yeah, it seems like it.
ずいぶん無茶やったんだ。よくまあここまで持ったもんだ。
ちょっと笑い事じゃないでしょ。もう目と鼻の先とはいえまだ港には入ってないんだからね。
Yeah, so we're in view of the
Ah,
island,
yeah.
huh? Based on
どうやら
the-
それ以上に厄介な問題がお出ましのようだ。
I mean, is it really worse if we're getting attacked by monsters? We're falling out of the skies.
港を目の前にして墜落なんて悲劇としてはできすぎね。
That's bad news.
ダメですよ、墜落しちゃう。頑張りましょう、グランサイファー。もう少しですから。やっとガロンゾに着きそうだってのに間の悪いやつらだぜ。
Yeah, I mean, let's.
魔
I
物なん
guess
て
we
蹴
just
散らしてさっさとグランサイファーを修理してやろうぜ。
kill the monsters and hope we don't crash. I mean, that part's pretty much on the maintenance team and Rackham's piloting skills. All right, hold on. I have to handle something real quick. Give me 1 minute.
Torreta!
試しこんなところ。
はっそれ。トライあれ
どうか。
みんな気をつけて。そこあれ終わり。そこ
これはどうか。
終わりよ。
容赦しないわよ。はあ、これは
終わりよ。トライあれ
試し。
汚れなき風我にあだなす者を包み込まんイノセントシャイン。終わりよ。
So ultimately, I probably didn't really need to say anything, because I could have just put the battle on auto and walked away. By the time I come back, we are reaching the end. But you know, I figured I'd keep everything because I don't do these videos in multiple takes, and I'm not an editor. Basically, my style that I'm going for here is offline streams. Let's go with that. Alright, let's bring Kaguya for that sweet experience bonus. And stick with light. Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I don't think we've mastered the Raider class yet. Alright, so... We made it. That's good enough. So, what this is telling us is we probably should have spent a little bit of time in Albion getting Grandcypher a little bit... at least a little bit prepared.
そうさな。ここらでしっかりいたわってちゃんと整備してやらないと。
Because if we didn't make it here, we're just dead.
大いけんじゃねえか。あ？お前確か酒場のなんだよ。まだここらに住んでんのか。当たり前じゃねえか。まだ店だって続いてるんだぜ。いや懐かしいなおい。しかしお互い年食ったな。
I like this kind of encounter. It really kind of
そういや、ラカムとオイゲンは前にもガロンゾに
sells
来た
the
ことが
idea
あったんだ
that
け
that
ど。
Eugen's a well-traveled man. He's, you know, been doing this for a while.
まあなあ、来たことがあるっちゃあるんだが。
あ？そっちの兄ちゃんはまさかラカムか。でっかくなったな。おや、あのラカムも今じゃ立派な貴公子の端くれだぜ。うちの店でミルクしか飲めるもんがねえってピーピー泣いてたラカムがな。お前泣きはしなかっただろうな。
ラカムにもそんな時代があったのね。ちょっと意外かも。
I mean...
ったく、来たことがあるって言っても、イオよりもさらにガキの頃だぜ。
Yeah, this is
その言い方、
thing.
まるで私がガキみたいじゃない。
Get it?
違うのか？
When, you know, people tell your old embarrassing stories.
ああな、つまる話はうちの店でどうだい？サービスするぜ。
Okay. I don't know who you are, because I don't know your name. But,
どうだい？
you know, at least we have something of a rapport, because we...
いいんじゃないか。
he knows
グランサイファーの整備
Eugen.
が終わるまで私たちにはできることもないしな。
Alright. I mean, we might as well.
よっしゃ、決まりだ。
Again, right, we gotta wait
つう
for
わけで
the maintenance to be over
店まで
anyway.
送ってくれるとありがたいんだが。
There's no reason to not do whatever comes in front of us.
最近じゃどこにでも魔物が湧くようになっちまってな。
So there's just monsters in your town?
ったく、
This seems like a security problem.
そういうことなら最初から言いやがれって。
Probably work on that.
魔物は俺たちに任せておきな。年季の違う戦いってやつを見せてやら。
I'm just saying, if there's monsters in your town, that's not a good sign for public safety.
この店は変わんねえな。いや、ちょっと椅子が低くなったか？
それは椅子が低くなったんじゃなくて、あなたが大きくなったのよ。立派に成長した証だわ。
I mean, I'm pretty sure he already knew that. He's just kind of comparing what he thinks, what his
今ならミル
memories
ク以外も飲めるのかしらね。
are with what the reality is.
のガキ？
まあそれにしてもずいぶん幼い頃にこの島を訪れたんだな。
オイゲンと一緒だったようだが、二人で観光にでも来ていたのか？
I mean,
ま
can't be
あ
correct,
実
really.
際はそんなとこだったのかもな。
Given the
実際
what we
は
know about the relationship between
俺は気空艇について勉強するつもりで
Yeah.
オイゲンにくっついてこの島に来たんだよ。とは言ってもどうにもならねえガキだったからな。実際は観光と大差なかったってわけさ。
Yeah, I mean,
へえ、そんなちっちゃい頃か
right?
ら
Because
も
it
う気空
was
艇に興味があったんですね。
Grandcypher related, right? Because he said he'd been
気
working
空
on
艇じゃねえ
Grandcypher
よ
for
な
a long
中
time.
身。
Oh, was
オ
it?
イゲンってお前酒臭っ。いつの間にそんなに飲んでんだよ。
Alright, well,
安心しろって。
he's drunk.
俺はどんだけ酔ってようとも狙いを外したりはしねえからよ。
That's not the issue. Nobody said anything about
しかし
targets or anything like
飛
that.
空艇に興味があったわけではないというのはどういうことだ？
グランサイファーさ。こいつは
Okay, so it was Grandcypher related.
妙にあれに
Like we
惚れ
said.
込んじまってな。俺についてガロンゾに来たのだってそうさ。ナンパ船だったグランサイファーを自分がもう一度空に飛ばしてやるんだってな。
I mean, he did it. That's the ship we came in on.
今にしてお前は変なガキだったな。中身はよ。
Okay.
いいじゃねえか別に。今じゃこうしてグランサイファーでまたこの島に。
Yeah, see? Rackham knows what's up. We did it.
ん？
どうした？いきなり難しい顔して。
あ、いや、今何か思い出しそうな。
Hold on one second. Yeah.
昔から一途っちゃ一途なんだが、相手が船だからな。そんなんだから女の一人も捕まえられねえで。
So I will say I don't 100% like the
それとこれとは関係ねえだろうが。
the way that they talk. They, you know, put Eugen's speech because it makes it harder to understand.
店の裏手
He's
に
really
守るな。
not slurring his words that much.
あったどうやら出番みてえだな。酒ごときじゃ俺の照準は狂わねえってとこを見せてやらねえとな。
So yeah,
おいおい、
it just makes things harder to
大丈夫かよ。
understand. All right. So monsters. Yeah, I'm just gonna press the attack button and go auto.
はあ、そこ。あれ？
If we start to run into issues at some point, then we'll
皆さん
do some fights.
大丈夫ですか？
この調子で。は
試しとおうか試し。
We're just gonna keep using the auto button.
あ、やったわね。そこ。
これは
私たちの邪魔はさせない。この調子で解放します。必中筆頭クリティカルブレード。
これは
汚れなき風我にあだなす者を包み込まんイノセントシャイン。
そこ。
これが僕の知識の集大成です。クレイシャニロー
はっそれ。
さすがで
捕らえ
これは
容赦しないわよ。そこ捕らえ。
あれ終わり。
Okay.
こうしてまた一つの歴史が幕を閉じたのです。
Pretty simple. We gain some experience. Johan. Can we untap Johan again? Yeah, might as well. He's got a level of utility that is probably going to be needed because of the fact that Celeste does a lot of debuffs. He's got a debuff clear. That comes in handy for that kind of fight. Alright. Let's go.
ああ、ウィンゲンさん、こんなところにいたんですね。
So this guy that's working on the ship.
もう整備が終わったってのか。
まさか。ああ、あなたが団長さんですね。こちらが気空艇グランサイファーの整備計画書になります。
Okay. Oh, so it's
見積もりは終わったんだな。どれどれ。
they go ahead and ask, you know, they build up a plan and talk to us about what we need to do to make progress.
思ってた以上にひでえな。
They're giving a quote,
俺
basically.
もまだまだってことか。 整備に5日はかかりますね。ああ、それと今回の代金についてですが。
Nuance of Rackham's line here is kind of that, like, he's not there yet, right? He still needs work on his repair skill.
それがあったな。すまないが請求書をもらえるかな。
ありませんよ、そんなものは。
何？
そんなものなくてもみんなちゃんと払ってくれますから。それにそもそもオイゲンさんの気空団からお代をいただくなんてできませんよ。
That doesn't seem like a good way to stay in business.
得しちゃいましたね。
But I
すげえじゃねえか、
suppose if he does
こ
owe
れ
Oigan
助かっちまったな。
incredible favor.
いやまあ、
I
ここの
could
連中
get
と
it.
は昨日今日の付き合いじゃねえからな。ともかくこれで、あとはグランサイファーの復活を待つばかりってわけだな。
Alright, so now we're in waiting mode.
それなら
So I
私、こ
suppose,
の島の見学をしたいんだけど。
yeah, we're gonna have tourism the story for now.
お、いいよ、もうたまにはいいこと言うじゃないか。
I mean, we might as well. We don't have anything else to do.
もうたまにはって何よ。たまにはって。
We couldn't even take a job.
前に来た時は右も左もわからねえガキだったからな。改めて見てみたいとは思ってたんだ。
in town or nearby. I don't know. Might as well wait. Just wait.
ああ、それなんだが、出かけるなら用心した方がいいぜ。
Yeah, because of, you know, monsters being
港で帝
everywhere.
国の戦艦を見たってやつ
Oh
が
no,
いるん
because
だ。
of the Imperials. Okay. So apparently there's lots of problems.
帝国が一体何のようなのかしらね。
Also, I'm pretty sure it's legal
こ
for
こ
the
は
Empire
気
to
空
come
艇
here.
の整備で有名な島だからな。
Yeah,
偶然かもしれないが。
they're just getting service done.
とはいえ、整備が終わるまでここでじっとしているのもな。用心して進むようにしよう。
It does seem like bad news for us though, because they're after us and we can't leave because our ship is still getting repaired. Also, if they know that that's our ship, they know that we're here, and they could do bad things.
おお、おいげんじゃねえか。懐かしいな。
Alright.
まさかオイゲンさん、俺のことを覚えてますか？
And this really is the chapter of selling
Oigen-san,
selling
大人気
Oigen's
ですね。
past as like
アウギュステでも傭兵団の隊長をやってたし、人望があるんだな、オイゲンは。
We take those. So it's a pretty good chapter.
オイゲンが大人気というか、オイゲンだけ大人気というか。
What? Are you gonna complain that Rackham isn't
気に
famous?
しない方がいい
Rackham was a
わ
little
よ。
kid when he came here.
その人間関係は広ければいいってもんじゃないわ。
You think that most people are gonna? Some people wouldn't even recognize
た
him.
け、何
Yeah.
気を使ってんだか。俺がガロンゾに来たのはどうにもならないガキの頃だぞ。
I mean, I've definitely seen.
今と見比べて俺だってわ
I've
かるやつ
definitely
なんて
seen
そうそういねえ
kids
だろ。
that have grown up, been
長い間い
almost
たわけでもねえし。
unrecognizable as the same
それに
person.
そうだ、思い出した。俺あの時迷子になっちまって。
Okay.
迷子になって、それで確か誰かに
Okay.
なんか思い出せそうだったんだが。
Man, you gotta hate interruption
町の
monsters.
奴らに被害が出ちゃいけねえ。さっさと片付けるぞ。
Rackham's trying to unravel some childhood memory, and here they come just to ruin the time. Like, if they interrupt his train of thought, it's gonna take way longer.
どうかこれは試し、こんなところですか。これはどうか
終わりよ。
So we're definitely not at the point where Kaguya is
どうか
normal encounters.
行きましょう団長
'Cause
さ
I
ん。
mean, we're winning, and it's pretty convincingly.
これが僕の知識の集大成です。クレイシャニローデ。
終わりよ。
Yeah, we will reach that point eventually.
解放します。
Once we
必中
actually
必
get
答
our grids up
クリティ
and
カ
stuff.
ルブレード。
どうか
覚悟なさい。あれ
どうか。
汚れなき風、我にあだなす者を包み込まん。イノセントシャイン。この調子で行こう。
Alright. Well, that works out. Okay. Let's continue. Bring Kaguya again, because why fix what's not broken?
兵士の気配はないが、早くどこか落ち着ける場所を探した方がいいかもしれないな。
Alright.
グランサイファーが整備中である以上、よろずやにでも宿屋を紹介してもらって。
She does not say that we need to lie low. She just says we just need a place that we can, relax, sit down, not be walking around in the streets. Because walking around and causing a ruckus, fighting in the streets is like the most eye-catching thing we can do.
どうしたのロゼッタ。
なんでもないわ。
Ah, she's
ところで、気空艇の整備には
been
その気空艇を持つ気空団の中から
shaken
立ち会い人が
by something.
必要なんじゃないかしら。
No, we need to keep you with us because something is making you uncomfortable. It's a chance to finally learn something about you.
いや信頼のおける連中だし別に必要ないんじゃねえか。
いいえ、絶対必要よ。ってわけで私、グランサイファーに戻ってるわね。
おい、どうなってんだこりゃ。
Alright, well,
そう
goodbye then.
な。ともかく魔物も出るというのに一人にするのは心配だ。
Okay, I mean...
グランサイファーのあるドックまで私たちもついていこう。
So we walked out, and then we walked back. Like, we literally just undid the progress from the last chapter. Or the last story segment, at least. That...
それじゃあ、私、ここで整備の立ち会いをしてるわね。
Nope, nope. This is not gonna be a complaining about
何かあった
Rosetta
ら呼んでちょう
video.
だい。
Nope, nope,
どこだろうと、すぐに駆けつけるわ。
nope. That might be later, but not this one.
ロゼッタのやつ、一体何だってんだろうな。明らかに怪しかったわよね。ねえ、あんたはどう思う？
I mean, she's been suspicious from the very beginning.
ロゼッタの知り合いがガロンゾに？確かにありえない話じゃねえな。
Come on, guys, use your heads. Rosetta's been suspicious from the very beginning.
けど逃げるってことは顔を合わせづらい相手ってことだよな。
I mean, it's possible that someone that she knows is here. And that
今更だが、
person...
ロゼッタはその素性のほとんどが謎だからな。
Yeah, exactly. She has told us literally nothing about herself.
なに、大なり小なり、みんな何かしら秘密を抱えてるもんさ。
That's different. Having a secret, having something that you're hiding, is different than hiding everything.
わかんないことも多いけど、なんとなくロゼッタは悪い人には思えないのよね。
Yeah, I don't think she's bad. She's just really frustrating to be around.
私もそう思います。
根拠はないが、私もイオたちと同じ気持ちだ。
You know, if you don't have any basis for that feeling, you still should look into it. Because you could be wrong.
身内を変に勘ぐるより、まずは目の前の敵を倒しちまわねえとな。
No, I mean, we should do both. Not necessarily at the same time. So I guess what he said makes sense. If we don't focus on the monsters, then we won't be able to fight them. Okay.
覚悟なさい。解放します。必中筆頭クリティカルブレード。試すとどうか。汚れなき風、我にあだなす者を包み込まん。イノセントシャイン。
So.
終わりよ。
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, so say if you're doing a bunch of stages, you're doing them in auto, you want to save some time, click this button, it'll make your special attack animations a lot shorter. So I think we'll leave it like this for the next stage to kind of show off animation difference for everybody. And then I'll switch it back on.
手加減するのは得意じゃないの。
Mostly because time isn't a huge issue for what we're doing right now. Alright, so we have mastered Raider. Not bad. Do we have another light weapon we can use?
しかし整備に5日か。
Yeah, 5 days is
仕方ねえぜ。
quite a while.
それだけ酷使してきたんだ。5日くらいおとなしく待とうじゃねえか。
But logically speaking, it should probably take a lot
それも
longer.
そうなんだけどよ。なあ、グランサイファーの整備が終わったら今度はどの島へ進むんだ？
Especially if there's actual structural damage, which there probably would be after ramming speed back on Alpha.
そうだな。ファータグランデ区域を出るためにクーズのかけらを集める必要がある
Yeah,
が、
we still have 4 that are missing.
でもできるなら私 オルキスちゃんとまたお話がしたいです。
I mean, we can put that on the
しい
as a
軍闘
side
で
goal.
あんな別れ方をしちゃって。
Right? If we're probably
それ
gonna
に
run into
私
them.
知りたいんです。自分が一体何者なのか。
それは時が来ればわかることだよ。ルリア、君は何も心配する必要はない。
And who are you supposed to be?
それよりも、この島から出た後の心配なんて、少し気が早いんじゃないかな。
And that's true. We should focus on the now because what we're doing, because we're in a pretty precarious position.
坊ちゃんよ、お前さん何者だ？
ああ、おいげ。君は変わらないね。それに、久しぶりだかな。
いや、悪い。誰だ？
そうか。まあ、君は幼かったからね。しかし、その目は変わらない
If
な。
I were to go
安
somewhere
心したよ。
when I was, say,
約束も
9 to
きっとす
10 years old, I wouldn't
少
remember
年
everything that happened.
話に割り込んで済まないが、さっきの気が早いというのはどういう意味だ？
言葉通りの意味さ。何せグランサイファーは今この島を出ることができないからね。
And that's true. Right now, we're stuck here.
そりゃあ俺たちだって100も承知だぜ。今
So
グ
that
ラン
means
サイファーは大
whatever's
掛かり
going
な
on,
整備中だからな。
you know, imperial plans wise or, you know, local schemes wise, we're
Yeah.
gonna get caught up in it.
違うんだ。そういう意味じゃない。グランサイファーはいかに整備しようとこの島を離れることはできない。とある約束を果たさないとね。
That's mysterious.
どういう意味よそれ。約束って一体。
イオ・ユークレース。それ以上のこの場での発言は慎みなさい。
Um,
あなたたちに対しエルステ帝国は彼の発言へのこれ以上の詮索を許可しません。
I mean, pretty sure you're not our boss, so no. I'm gonna keep going.
いつの間に。それにあなたはまさか。
私はエルステ帝国宰相フリーシア・フォン・ビスマルクです。
Okay.
赤いトカゲを連れた気空士。あなたがこの気空団の団長ですね。
I mean, I guess.
あなたたち気空団に対しエルステ帝国は国の研究資材であるルリアの返還を求めます。
結局
Definitely does get to the point where,
黒騎士のやつはどうした？
I mean, the Empire does not treat Luria as a person, so they treat her as, you know,
そう、そ
property
れをあ
that
なた
can
た
be
ちが知る必要
exchanged.
はありませんね。
So,
それよりも自分たちの心配をすることですね。
unfortunately,
必
our
ずや
side
復
sees
讐を果
Luria
た
as
し
a person,
ルリアは帝
so
国に
we're gonna
返しても
respect
らいます
will
よ。カタリナちゃん
to not go back.
カタリナ。
And this puts us in direct conflict right now.
宰相殿、申し訳ないが私たちにルリアを手放す気はない。このままお引き取り願おうか。
I mean, that was a cordial way to approach the matter.
仕方がありませんね。そこの少年を捕らえなさい。仕方がありませんね。そこの少年を捕らえなさい。
Okay.
おや、これはなんだか面倒なこ
She's
とになった
actually
ようだね。
ordering that they also
な、
capture him.
何しやがるんだ。そいつはオイラたちと関係ねえじゃねえか。
聞けばあなたたちの気空艇は今 理由はどうあれこの島を出られない状態にあるそうですね。
I mean, even if we don't talk about weird, mysterious, mystical promises, it's not in
袋のネズ
a
ミならば
mechanical shape to
焦っ
believe.
て捉える必要もない。事情を知っているらしい少年はこちらで預からせてもらいます。
Okay.
連れて行け。
I mean,
はっ
I guess I would feel bad that we got somebody
ちょっ
that I
と待
didn't
ちなさいよ。
know
あんたたちなんてことを。
involved in our personal dispute against the Empire. I mean, it's kind of unexpected, but we were warned, so not taking the warning to heart is kind of our own fault. Alright, 26. Yeah, I think we'll just bring Kaguya. And I need to check if we have any light weapons that can be used for classes that we haven't mastered yet. So we've got these three that we don't have unlocked. So I need to check if we have a light saber or a light axe. We do not. Alright, so we're gonna switch gears and instead of fielding the light team, we're going to field the dark team, which is already swapped to the other class that we have unlocked. We'll field the dark team so that we can, you know, actually gain class experience so we can master some more classes.
どうしよう。私たちどうすればいいわけ？
I mean, there's really only one thing to do, and that's fight, pretty much.
油断してたぜ。まさか無関係な奴をさらっていくとはな。
卑劣極まりないが、私たちには効果的な作戦だ。
Yeah, it's effective against us, she says.
無関係だからこそ巻き込んでしまった以上、
Because she
絶
knows
対に見捨てるわ
that
け
she
にはいかないか
knows
ら
that we're the good-hearted idiot crew. So we can't abandon
グラ
him no
ンサ
matter
イ
what.
ファーがこのままじゃ島を出られないってのも気になるぜ。
True.
それにあいつが言っていた約束っつうのもな。
Yeah, we don't really know what that means either.
となりゃ帝国からあいつを取り戻すっきゃねえな。あの人、私についても何か知ってるみたいだったし、早く助けに行きましょう。
Alright, let's do it. Might as well.
連中の居場所はおそらく例の戦艦か。港へ急ぐぞ。
Okay. So,
どうしたルリア？緊張しているのか？
let's go after him.
帝国の人が来てるってことは、もしかしたらオルキスちゃんも。
I mean, maybe. We, the player, know that she's
それは確かに
but we,
その
the,
可能性もあり得るな。
you know, the protagonists
しかし、
don't know that she's here.
先ほどの場に黒騎士がいなかったことが気にかかる。
It's definitely possible, but the Empire goes to a lot of different places and does a lot of different
それ
things.
に、ど
What
う
the
して
game has
今
told
頃になっ
us,
て
and
エ
the
ルステ
fact that
帝
we've
国の
been
宰
all
相
over the
が
place,
わざわざ私たちの
and
前
they've
に。
been everywhere. So maybe they're just on a different mission.
悩んでたってしょうがないよね。言ってみればきっとわかる。
それもそうだな。ともかく今は先へ進もう。
Alright. Moving on. Okay, so we're gonna hit the button. And we're gonna hit the button.
愚か者め。
さて、ちょっと甘い、この程度か。
They're monsters. Good stuff.
鉄砲大丈夫？こない
バカめ。
身をもって知れ。生倉が一番痛いってな。
チャージ完了。覚悟しろ。リベールコールだ。
Alright. We throw fish at people.
やるじゃん。アレツマグナ。ち、本当はこんなもんじゃねえんだが。そこ。
愚か者め。
ご苦労様。
Okay,
鉄砲
and so
なんてことないよ。
something to remember when you're talking about the animation skip that you can do for the charge attacks is that those settings remain for the characters that were in your party when you swapped animations. So, if you can remember, we were on light when we did that. That includes our main character. So if you're ever in a point where you're like,
ダメだな。
you know,
やっぱり思い出せねえ。
animations aren't lining up, you can just toggle the thing a couple times and it'll be back
あ
to
の
where it should
男
be.
の子のこと？
ああ。あいつ、久しぶりって言ってたろ？だから俺の知り合いだと思うんだが。
I mean, sure, but I don't remember every acquaintance I've had in the past.
ラカムの知り合いでもガロンゾで知り合ったってんなら俺が覚えてても不思議じゃねえが。しかし俺も記憶にねえな。あんな風変わりなガキ一度見たら忘れそうにねえんだが。
こうなりゃどういう知り合いだったか直接本人に聞くしかねえよな。
I guess.
それものすごく気まずいわよ。あの子とそういう話するなら私のいないとこでやってね。
I mean, why would they? Whatever.
ああ、くそ。
It's like she's
瞬間に
just
着く
gotta
前
make
に
some
絶
kind of
対に思い出
remark
してやら。
to antagonize Rackham. Alright, so we do the side-scrolling bit.
けど、確かに何かが引っかかってるんだよな。
So, you
あ、思い出せねえ。けど、何かを忘れてるってこ
we're
とは
having a
覚えてる。
conversation, then we killed a bunch of enemies in the way, and then the conversation just picks back up?
この島で大切な何かを、大切な約束を、あいつと
Oh, look, interruption monsters.
本当に間の悪い連中だな。
Every time.
あいにく今はお前らに構ってる余裕はねえんだ。蹴散らすぞ。
And no joke, if the game in the early chapters was written the same way that it was in the later chapters, the early game would have half the number of chapters that it was. I'm dead serious. Oh, right. Hold on. Alright. You can also toggle individuals by clicking on them. But you saw when I clicked, it turned on because it was already off. This button, it shows as on if any of your party members are on. Right, see now it's off because I turned all of them off individually. I can turn it back on and they're all on.
やるじゃん。これが
甘い。この程度か。
Yeah, it shows us on if any of them are on.
この程度か。身をもって知れ。生くらアレスマグナチ。本当はこんなもんじゃねえんだが。そこかな。
これで決めるぞ。
やるじゃねえか。
I suppose for viewing
目
pleasure,
標ロック。
probably
チャージ完了。覚悟しろ。リベールコマン
it really does get in the
これで
way.
決める。
いいんだな、ルルーシュ。
綺麗事で世界は変えられない。愚か者め。
さて、ちょっと見るよ。
さすがだな、
I'm
団
pretty
長。
sure that with our available options, the fourth is the correct party position for him. But yeah, if he's blocking everybody, we should probably just get him out of the way. Hold on. That'll do. I mean, we're just autoing through everything anyway. Should be fine.
なあなあ、ちょいとおかしくねえか？
ん
I mean, there's lots of
何がだよ。
things that you can make that comment
だっ
about.
て
Yeah,
よ、ラカムがこの島に来たのはずいぶんちっちゃい頃だったんだろ？
sure.
ってことは、その頃のラカムの知り合いはラカムと変わらない年か年上だろ？
This question is not entirely what they said. They do say that if Rackham met somebody one day he was first on the island, they would have been, you know, around his age or older. Didn't mention that in the English for some reason.
けどあいつ、どう見たってせいぜいイオくらいの年にしか見えなかったぜ。
I don't know about that.
言われてみればそうだな。どうしてこんな単純なことに今まで気づかなかったのか。
maybe he just looks young. I don't know.
でも、あの人、イオちゃんと同じくらいの年とは思えなかったです。あの落ち着いた雰囲気とか、話し方とか。
Well, yeah, definitely.
ちょっと、それどういう意味かしら？
It means you're a child.
すごく大人びてたなって意味です。イオちゃんが子供っぽいなんて思ってないですよ。
You are a child. And you do act like one.
口で言っちゃってるじゃない。
それも助け出して本人に聞くしかねえだろうな。
I mean, sure, we've been saying that
約
for
束を
like
果
two
たさな
chapters
きゃ
now.
グランサイファーが飛び立てねえってことも含めてな。
Yeah, that was by far the most mysterious thing that we've seen so far, is him saying that.
あれが帝国の戦艦だな。あの中か。
Yeah, that seems dangerous.
案外あっさり見つかったわね。
Yeah, it just
そりゃ
hasn't really
小せえ
seemed
島だからな。
Okay, so Golonzo is
立ち寄る気空艇こそ多いが、島自体は他に比べりゃ小せえもんさ。
so it's like a dock, and that makes a little bit more sense as to why most of, you know, the
当然
better
だが
half of the
戦
population
艦
of
の周りには
Golonzo
警備兵がいる。
handles
まずはあれを片付けなくてはならない。
it's the only industry that exists here, really.
よっしゃ、
So it's a
こうなら先手必勝だぜ。 相手の隙をついてやれ。
that happens to become popular and, therefore populous enough to support a non-working population. Interesting. Okay. Yep, this is better for viewing because you can see the other characters.
鉄砲大丈夫？すごいです。
行け。
そこだ。
行け。
この程度。
来ないでください。
これで決めるぞ。行け。
この程度。
Gonna win with the power of fish.
これで決める。
いいんだな、ルルーシュ。
綺麗事で世界は変えられない。愚か者。
アレス・マグナチッ、本当はこんなもんじゃねえんだから。
目標ロック、チャージ完了。覚悟しろ、リベール・ゴーランド。
やるじゃねえ。
And that's clear. Easy enough.
俺様をただの病人とでも思って。残念、全空最強の病人だ。
Okay. That is kind of a funny line from Fabulous Joe. Did you think I was just, what was it, sick person? I'm the strongest sick person in the sky. What is that supposed to mean? Alright. So, when it explicitly tells us that it's a light stage, that means the enemy that we're looking at is dark. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go Lucifer. And I'm gonna go back to light. Going to switch my class. Okay, so what we have access to is Staff, Fist, Spear, so we're gonna go Holy Saber. Gotta make these considerations when we're making our class changes, especially with Light and Dark, because our weapon availability in those elements is just not that good. This spear comes from Alchemist Astray side story, which is the same place we get Cagliostro, so it's a worthwhile investment to do it. It unlocks the ability to use a couple different classes.
戦艦に乗り込んだはいいが、あいつは一体どこにいるんだ？
なんだか怪しい気配が向こうの方から。怪しい気配って。
だが他に手がかりもねえ。ともかく行ってみるぞ。
Okay, so there's something strange. Well, we might as well look at it. There's... Okay, so there's Palmer. Well...
おやおや、俺はすごいね。破竹の勢いというやつだ。
どうやらここで当たりだったみてえだな。
Seems like he's surprised we got here.
最初閣下から預かった以上、そう簡単に渡すわけにはいきませんからね。
I mean, that's true. We shouldn't keep. He should
まずは我らがエルステ帝国が誇る精兵たちの相手をしてもらいますよ。
And it doesn't seem like that the guy is resisting all that hard.
あの程度の兵隊が今さら相手になるかってんだ。
Right? Exactly.
最小閣下を失望させるわけにはいきませんからね。貴様らは私自ら返り討ちにしてあげますよ。
So are we fighting Palmer again? Looks like it.
ここでカタリナチューレの復讐も果たさせてもらいますよ。
Alright, well, let's beat him up.
一度アウギュステで目にしてる以上同じネタじゃ驚かねえぜ。
Yeah, we definitely won't be surprised.
油断はできないぞ。魔性の力は計り知れないものがあるから。
Even though it is very strange. Alright.
的がでかくなったってだけの話だぜ。こんなに狙いやすい獲物もねえ。仕留めるぞ。
I don't like this translation because they kind of cut out the fact that Eugen's just kind of talking smack. He's just cocky, saying he's not saying yeah he has some weird abilities. He's just saying nah man, he just got bigger, so it's easier to hit him. There's no acknowledgement of the dark essence or whatever as being a valuable part of this encounter. Alright, so first step, we're just gonna apply debuffs and I suspect this will not be difficult.
峠解放せよ。こういうテンション。
Yep. We can pretty much blame the sun for that. It's a strong aura. What else can I say? Alright. So, let's continue on. Huh. This might actually be worth doing at some point, because that's an axe, I believe. And an axe would let light into the weapon master class.
魔性の出力を上げたものの体がついてこないとは。
Yeah, I mean, what are you even doing?
ここで因縁は終わらせてもらうぞ。
What are you planning on doing? Are you gonna kill him?
バカおっしゃい。
何？剣が届かない。
Yeah, she was straight up gonna kill him.
こんなところで死ぬわけにはいかないんですよ。さらばですね、逆賊ども。
You might need
次
to
は命はないと思いなさい。
I don't know, man. You might need to go through an evaluation, check your protagonist card. Because I thought we were the good-hearted idiots crew, where we don't kill anybody. No, that's not necessarily true. Let's be fair. But it is a rarity, right? When you see in the story when the heroes have the advantage, there's like Catalina's just like, no, it's over. I'm gonna kill you right here and now.
この島ガロンゾで俺たちは会ったことがあるのか？
そうだね。ガロンゾは僕たちの出会いの地であり、同時に約束の地だ。
なあ、けどそうするとおかしいんだよ。俺がガロンゾに来たのは俺がまだ小さいガキの頃だ。
Yeah, okay.
その頃、今どう見てもガキのお前はまだ生まれてもいねえんじゃないか？
I don't know, that's a pretty close-minded view.
そんなことはないよ、ラカム。
A line he actually just saying
君が大人になるまで
that's
それ
not
は
the
とて
case
も
at
長
all.
い年月だね。けど悠久を超える僕たち青少獣にとってそれくらいの歳月はあっという間なのさ。
Sure. Suppose he's a primal beast then.
もちろん。それでも僕は約束が果たされる日を心待ちにしていたんだけどね。
At least that's what he says.
君は今、なんと。
俺の聞き間違いじゃなきゃ、今、聖少女って。
I mean, yeah, I suppose at this
そうか。
stage,
改めての自己紹介が必要だったね。
that would be surprising for the reason of
僕はノア。船作りを司る聖少獣であり、気空
Right,
艇
because up until
グ
this
ランサイファ
point,
ーの制作者だ。
all of our primal beast encounters have been non-communicative. Non-communicative. So yeah, this is Noah, primal beast, who built the Grandcypher, who is the shipwright, essentially. All right, military boots coming in. That means we gotta get out. Because I do not want to be cornered in an Imperial battleship. It does not sound like a good time.
"聖少獣でグランサイファーの制作者だと?"
Yeah, that's what he just said.
ああ、僕が聖少獣であることとグランサイファーの制作者であることはラカムにも初めて教えるんだったね。当時の君は幼かったからな。難しいことは全て隠していたんだ。
I mean, even if you'd said it back then, right? He doesn't even remember who you are, so he wouldn't remember.
ちょっと待って。いろいろ気になることが多すぎて。何から聞いたらいいの？
何からでもどうぞ。僕に答えられることなら喜んで答えるよ。
My first question is, why are we still standing here? We should leave.
トンネルン、どこにいるのですか？この状況の説明を。
Yeah, exactly. Because something like this can happen.
ブヒー、あいつら戦艦にいないと思ったらどっかから帰ってきやがった。
Why would you...
どうやら長いは得策じゃないみたいだけど、どうしようか。
Come on, guys. If you've accomplished your objective, get out.
とにかくここを離れるぞ。またとっ捕まっちゃ面倒だ。
The basics of the basics. Don't stay when a place that's dangerous. Alright. Hey, at least we're getting wheat for this.
Hey, ここなら少なくともすぐに見つかるってことはねえはずだ。
しかし聖少獣とはにわかに信じがたい話だな。
そうかい？むしろ君たちには馴染み深いかと思ったんだ。
I don't know, I don't think it's that hard to believe.
確かにいろんな聖少獣さんに会ったことがあるけど、こうして面と向かってゆっくりお話しするのは初めてかもしれません。
Because if you think back on it,
なあルリア、
both
聖少
Yggdrasil
獣の
and
気配ってのは
Tiamat
感
had,
じるのか？
you know, humanoid forms, like aspects to their form at least.
なんていうかこ
So they're being humanoid
うっすらと。
primals. Isn't
う、で
that
もこの感覚
suspect?
他にもどこかで。
And with the shape,
そうか。
coming communicative
なんだい？
ability,
僕の正体について疑っているのかな。
sense, right? Well,
そうだ
yeah.
な。とてもはいそうですかって信じられる内容じゃね
And our experience of up until this point make it a little bit
それ
harder
は
to
困った
believe.
な。ラカムの子供の頃を知っているという証拠ならあるんだけど。
Yeah. So if you have proof that you met, you knew Rackham as
え。
a
それは
son.
どういうことだ。
僕たちの馴れ初めの話なんだけどね。
Okay. Rackham backstory? I'm game
オ
for
イゲ
that.
ンとはぐれ、見知らぬ島で迷子になっていたラカムは、大声で泣きながら裏通りを。
Embarrassing stories about Rackham? Alright, let's go.
ちょっと待った。なんでそんな話になるんだ？
なぜって、幼いラカムの様子を克明に語れば信じてもらえるかと思ってね。可愛いものだったよ。泣きじゃくりながら必死にオイゲンの名を呼んで。
Uh-huh.
わかった。間違いねえ。確かにお前は子供の頃の俺に合ってる。
Using the power of
あ
embarrassment
の焦りようを見る限り、どうやら本当に間違
to
い
force
ないみたい
someone
ね。
to admit something. Yep. Alright. I got you. I see the game you're playing.
今こちらから叫び声が。
Yeah, see, now it's your fault that we got caught by the Empire.
まずい。見つかってしまったようだな。応戦してここを切り抜けるぞ。
Sure. Speed him up. Alright. Auto on.
この科学
Get back and watch the
ご
show.
めんください。
この甘いち
行け。
この程度 OK そこ
愚か者め。これで決める。
いいんだなルルーシュ
綺麗事で世界は変えられない。愚か者。
アレス・マグナち本当はこんなもんじゃねえんだから
これでどうだ。
Well, that was pretty simple.
覚悟を決めろ。正義を行え。
Alright. Can we? Do we have the mats for that? No, we don't.
「いろいろ信じてもらえたようで一安心だけど、なぜそんな青い顔しているんだい？
I mean,
さあ、なんでだろうな。
you were just talking about his embarrassing past.
ともかくお前が俺と会ったことがあるってのは間違いないみてえだな。
そうだね。僕には最初から君たちに嘘をつく理由がないからね。
Sure.
するって今のままだとグランサイファーがこの島を出れないってのも本当なのか？
I mean, you did just say he's
もち
not
ろん。
lying, right?
約束を果たすまで
So
グランサイファー
if
は
he's
この地を離れられないん
not
だ。
And if we believe that to be the case, then yeah, we can't do.
ねえねえ、さっきから言ってるその約束って一体何なの？
約束は約束さ。
Yes, a
あの
promise
日
is
の
a
ラカムは
promise.
僕に約束してくれたんだ。
That is a reflexive definition, yeah.
俺が？
忘れてしまったんだね。でもこの約束だけは僕が教えてあげるわけにはいかないな。でも大丈夫。きっと君なら必ず思い出すよ。
帝国の捜索が厳しいな。積もる話もあるようだが、まずはここを移動しよう。
Okay.
約束。
Yep. Promise.
だんだんと思い出してきたぜ。確かに俺はあの時ノアに会ってる。そして何かを話した。きっと約束もしたんだろうが、その何を話したかが思い出せねえ。
You know, it's hard to
君
tell
の目
if
は
you're
あの頃と
respecting
何も変わっていない。
but
だから
it does sound like he's
きっと思
trying
い出
to
せるはずだよ。
struggle through it, so I think he is actually getting somewhere. Trying to piece everything together. I mean, and I
思い
get
出して
it.
ほしいんだ。
It's pretty hard to
君
remember
があの
things
約束をしてくれた時、
that
僕
you
は
have
本当
forgotten.
に嬉しかったのだから。
そんな約束を俺が？
見つけたぞ。こんなところにいたとはな。
ああ、もういちいち邪魔しに来るんじゃないわよ。
Ah, yes. Io is saying she's speaking truth here. The Imperial soldiers are just like the interruption
こんな奴
monsters.
らイオちゃんがやっつけちゃうんだから。
Alright. Well, let's take him down. Just auto.
そこだ。
やるじゃない。
甘い。
すごいです。
甘い。
来ないでください。
これで決めるぞ。さすがだ。
甘い。そこだ。
リポお願い。すごいです。
Alright.
このアレスマグナチッ、本当はこんなもんじゃねえんだが。目標ロック、チャージ完了。覚悟しろ。リベールブレード、どうだ。
準備はできている。
これで決める。
いいんだな、ルルーシュ。
綺麗事で世界は変えられない。
Yeah, that's another
この
easy
程度
clear.
か。
ご苦労様。鉄砲なんてことないよ。
Okay. Just keep going. Getting more class levels. Pretty happy with that. Alrighty. Back to Kaguya.
約束か。
なあ、一つ聞いてもいいか？
何かな。僕に答えられることだといいのだけど。
Yeah, he did already mention that he was going to answer questions.
このままじゃグランサイファーがこの島から飛び立てねえって話だが、そいつは一体どうしてなんだ？
That's a really good question.
約束があるからね。この約束を果たすためにグランサイファーは不可欠なんだ。
Okay, so
いや、お前さんが言ってる約束ってな、子供の口約束みたいなもんだろ？それでどうしてグランサイファーが飛び立てなくなるんだ？
okay,
まさかとは思うが、お前さんが青少獣の力で何か。
I mean, that could happen, right?
青少獣の力というのは正しいね。ただし、それは僕じゃない。
These primals have strange powers.
この島ガロンゾには実はもう一体青少獣がいるんだ。
もう一体の青少獣だと。
I mean, that's really not
そう
that
さ。
surprising. I mean, it
む
is
しろ
kind
僕
of
は野良みたいなものでね。
surprising.
そいつの方
The
が強く
island
島に影
is
響してるんだ。
small, but it's not that surprising that there is one here.
契約を司る青少獣、名をミスラと言ってね。こいつが実に厄介なのさ。
All right. So, let's break down this line. So, Mithra, correct. Its name is Mithra. It's a primal beast who rules over not promises, but contracts. And he doesn't say that it's necessarily dangerous, but that it is troublesome. You know, something that's not easy to deal with. I mean, it is dangerous. Dangerous is there. Like, the nuance is that because of Mithra, something bad has happened.
まあ、
essentially.
おかげでこの島が成り立っているとも言えるんだけどね。
Right. And if you think back to the guy on the docks who's like, yeah, we don't do invoices and stuff like that. People pay.
厄介なんじゃないのか、そいつ。
Well, if the
そうだ
primal
ね。
beast of promises
少し移動しようか。ドックのあるあたりがいいかな。
pretty sure he's gonna
その方が説明しやすいだろうから。
If the primal beast of promises or contracts is involved, then yeah, it makes sense. They're totally gonna pay.
おお、ついにできたんだな、俺の気空艇が。これで活動範囲が広がるってわけだ。
Okay.
ああ、これお題だ。受け取っておいてくれ。はい、どうも。確かに前通り。
なあ、ここに何があるってんだ？
Good
それ
question.
ともここにその青少獣ミスラがいるってのか？
That's definitely not it.
そういう気配は今のところありませんけど。
ここを見ていて何か気づくことはないかい？
そういえばこの島ではあまり契約を書面化したりはしないのだな。
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I'm
飛
pretty
空
sure
艇の
that's
整
what
備
he's
は
referring
大
to.
金が動く契約なのに請求書がないと聞いて驚いたよ。
そりゃ何十年も前からガロンズはそうやってっからな。不
So
思議に
it's
思ったこと
because
もなかったぜ。
of primal powers, verbal promises, and verbal contracts are binding.
ま、義理がたい連中ばっかりだからな。きちっと紙にまとめなくても契約を破るやつなんざ。
Eugen sees it as just the folk here are, trustworthy.
それが契約の青少獣ミスラの力なのさ。
Come on, we all know people can't be that trustworthy.
なんだって？
逆なんだ。義理がたいから契約を破らないんじゃない。
Yeah.
この島では契約を破れないから住人たちは義理がたくなっていくんだ。
Yeah, and imagine, right? You come from an island where it's conceptually impossible to break a contract, and then you go somewhere else, make a contract. Do you really think you're going to be able to break that contract by force of habit? Right? So yeah, that it kind of makes sense. It's, cause and effect being reversed, right? They're not they're not responsible people because they, you know, they're not. It's not that they uphold contracts because they're, you know, upstanding individuals, but rather that they're forced to uphold contracts so they become upstanding individuals.
無意識や自傷に働きかけ、契約や約束事を絶対遵守させる。その拘束力はどれだけ強力な聖少獣であろうと決して逃れられない。
Which is why he says that this is a troublesome creature.
俺がノアと交わした約束をミスラが？
そうだね。
Because
本来
even
なら子供の他愛ない約束だったんだけど。
even silly children's promises end up being enforced.
幸か不幸か約束として成立し、聖少獣ミスラの影響を受けてしまった。これが気空艇グランサイファーがこのままではこの島から飛び立てないという理由さ。
マジかよ。ってことは今グランサイファーは聖少獣の力で縛り付けられてるってことなのか？
He literally just said exactly that in almost those
それって
exact
ル
words.
リアの能力でなんとかならないの？ほらアルビオンの時みたいに。
ですね。私が力の一部分を借りて解除しちゃえば。
残念だけどそれは無理だね。ミスラの能力はミスラ自身にも止められない。
Yeah, that makes some level of sense because the primal beast
ミスラの拘束力からは
of
ミスラ自
contracts
身も例外なく干渉することができないんだ。
it doesn't make sense for it to have the ability to break contracts if
まあ
it's
それがどんな約束だったか教えないの
is
は
to enforce
僕
them.
のエゴだけどね。
Yeah, so Noah's just being evasive because he wants to be.
僕は思い出してほしいんだ。そのために邪魔になるものが
He
あるな
doesn't
ら
need him to remember
僕
on his
自らが
own.
排除し
He
よう。
just wants him to. Because of his own personal feelings. Which, you know, I can kind of understand. You know, you talk to a friend you haven't met in a long time.
甘いく
You're really hoping that they remember some of those details of your friendship without you having to bring them up.
そこち
来ないでください。
さすがだな団長。
It's kind of a mutual affirmation kind of thing.
これでどうだ？
Each party shares a little story about their
甘い
friendship.
く
来ないでください。いけ、押せ。すごいです。
That's how both parties can verify that the other party remembers them and actually
行けバック。
treats them as a
目標ロッ
a
ク。
friend.
チャージ完了。覚悟しろ。リベールゴーランド。
I don't think it's an
身をもって
unrealistic
知れ
thing to happen.
行け
甘いくアルスマグナちあんたはこんなもんじゃねえんだが。準備はできている。
Alright, and that's another flavor. Good stuff. Alrighty, more class levels, more garbage weapons. That's okay, we have use for them. We'll get there.
Hmm. 聖少獣ミスラというのは随分と恐ろしい能力を持っていたのですね。
Sure.
うげ。こいついつの間に。
契約を遵守させる力とはうまく使えば帝国の支配はより盤石なものとなるでしょう。
And that is true.
聖少獣ミスラの回収はルリア奪還のついででしたが思わぬ収穫になったようですね。
口ぶり、まさかすでに。
あなたたちは人形の存在を知っていますね。
Sure. We
で
did,
あれ
have a
ば
run
想
in
像
there.
に難くないはずです。何せ言葉通りの意味ですので。
このお嬢さんはとんでもないことを淡々と言いやがるな。
I mean, I guess.
もちろんルリアもこの場で返していただきます。
Not interested.
ルリアさえ手に入ればあとはどうなろうと構いません。手心を加えてはなりませんよ。
Okay. So, show no mercy to them. Got it. No mercy. Take them down.
いつまでもここに留まっていたのでは押し切られかねないな。
I mean, eventually they'll overwhelm us. Yeah.
ノアの言う約束を果たすためにも、ここはひとまずこの場から脱出を。
Right. An enemies of the level that we've been encountering can eventually kill us if we
逃げられると思うなよ。この場は我々が封鎖した。
were to fight
猫の子一匹倒産ぞ。
maybe something like 30 waves of them. Maybe more. They're pretty weak.
ちょっと邪魔しないでよね。あんたたちに構ってられるほど暇じゃないんだから。
やはり多勢に無勢か。包囲を突破するぞ。
Alright. Force our way through. These aren't even.
やるじゃん。
行けバカ。
来ないでください。
愚か者め。
Yeah, see, in that one wave, the 3 enemies got off a total.
甘い。
来ないでください。
覚悟はいいか。
It is probably the case
甘い。
that
目標
if we
ロ
were
ッ
to
ク。
fight
チャージ完了。
30 waves
覚
of
悟しろ
enemies,
リベールゴーランド。
we would have to do some manual targeting. But that's not even close to how this game works.
これで決める。
いいんだな、ルルーシュ。
綺麗事で世界は変えられない。愚か者。
This
レス
is
ンラグナー。ち、本当はこんなもんじゃねえんだが。
easily taking out each wave. Well,
そここの程度
the enemies in these story chapters just
俺様をただの病人とでも
cannot keep up with the power level
残
that
念。
the modern
全
game
空
provides
最
to
強の
you
病人だ。
at this stage. I believe, you know, way back in the day, before you did all this stuff, way back in the day, before you could grind out grids and everything, these fights probably still weren't challenging, but they at least made you not just go full, you know, auto mode and clear with no issues.
これでなんとかこの場はしのいだか。
数の利は彼らにあったといえど、私たちの敵では。
いいえ、彼は立派に役目を果たしました。おかげでついにルリアの奪還に成功したのですから。
Man, you guys weren't even paying enough attention to
Nato?
stop Luria from being captured. Oh man, our team sucks.
油断したか。だがすぐに。くそ、邪魔だ、どけ。
こうも数が多くちゃ近づくに近づけねえ。
邪魔するんじゃねえよ。
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。ルリアをどこに連れてくのよ。
And where do you think?
無論国へ持って帰ります。青少獣ミスラを回収できたことと合わせ、陛下もさぞお喜びになることでしょう。
Come on, you guys. It's not that hard to imagine what she's up to. Alright, so Luria's being taken back to the Imperial battleship. I mean, it's not ideal for us, because we do need Luria to kind of do the whole plot of the game. So let's go get her back. All right, we'll just take Kaguya again, and we will move forward. Alright. I wonder how many Imperial troops are actually here.
くそ、なぜだ。なぜ帝国の戦艦がどこにもない。
落ち着こうぜ姉さん。焦ったって何にもいいことなんかないぜ。
I mean, if it's a full battleship that can't,
これが落ち着いていられるものか。そうだろう。
you know, battalion on board, it could be a lot.
しかし、
ああ、こいつの言う通りだぜ。まずは冷静に状況を見なくっちゃな。
冷静に状況を見れば、帝国の戦艦はすでにこの島を出たと考えるのが妥当だろうね。
Oh, then we gotta follow somehow.
んだと貴様。
落ち着け。ノアは今の状況を話してるだけだ。
Yeah. Don't get mad at the guy who's just
港
telling
の
you
人に聞いたら帝国の戦艦
like
は
his
さっき出
impression
港したって。
of the situation.
そんな。
追うしかねえが、相手は帝国最新鋭の戦艦だ。追いつける速度が出るとすりゃ。
We need our ship back.
グランサイファーなら不可能じゃないだろうね。
けどグランサイファーは。
Ow. Okay, yeah.
まだノアとの約束が。
Yep, there's still that promise.
何も難しく考える必要はないよ。君はグランサイファーを信じているんだろ。
I mean, that's a strange thing to say.
君が信じるなら、きっとまたグランサイファーは君と共に空を飛ぶことができるんだ。
俺がグランサイファーを信じる。だからまた空を。そうか。ノア、お前。
思い出せたようだね。それじゃあ行こうか。グランサイファーが君を待ってる。あの頃と同じように再び空へと導いてくれる君という存在を待っているんだ。
Whatever their promise was, apparently, but he didn't say yet, so I don't know what it is. It's okay. We'll get there.
まだほとんど整備を始める前だったみてえだな。 おかげで逆に助かったぜ。
Yeah. It's like, looks like they're being slow with their work. Excellent.
これならあとは動力部さえ悲鳴を上げなきゃグランサイファー自体に問題はねえ。
Man. We are apparently pushing the mechanical parts of the ship.
例の約束というのは青少獣の力で縛られているんだ。無理に飛ぼうとすればどうなるか。
安心しな。もう俺ははっきり思い出したんだ。あの日ノアと何を話したのか、そして何を約束したのか。
Alright.
なあノア、俺はグランサイファーを信じるぜ。
それがいい。それでこそ僕もグランサイファーも報われるというものさ。
ああ、行くぜ。これが約束の答えだ。
She's just...
飛べグランサイファー、帝国の連中に追いつくぞ。
Yeah, so this line here is not like ruminating on that or anything. He's more like saying, let's go. This is the solution, right? What we're about to do. Just go.
島を出ることができたってのか？よくわかんないけどやったじゃない。とにかく帝国を追いましょう。
Yep, that's the plan.
ああ、空に出てみりゃ目と鼻の先だ。チェイト飛ばすぞ。何かに捕まってろ。
Might as well. Hello.
帝国の戦艦に横付けするぞ。直接乗り込んで取り返してこい。
Sure. Let's do it. Well, that was surprisingly easy. I don't get it.
怖かったです。よしよし、もう大丈夫だからな。
How did we do that so easily?
なあなあ、ところで結局ラカムとノアの約束って一体何だったんだ？
I'm so confused.
ああ、それは
It was,
どうや
well,
ら
I
それ
mean,
を説明する前に
first we have to deal
彼
with
ら
the
の相手
interruption
をしなく
monsters.
ちゃいけないみたいだね。
とっとと帝国の戦艦からも離れなきゃいけねえしな。手早く片付けちまおうぜ。
Sure thing. You know, when you think about it, it could have still been, even if he had done the promise with Noah, that the Grandcypher was unable to fly, because we had a promise with the maintenance people. We had a contract with them. They would do maintenance on the ship for a certain amount of time, and then we pay them. And they didn't do it yet, and we haven't paid them yet. I don't know. Seems like the rules of this myth are a bit more malleable than we may have first imagined. Fish.
この程度目標ロック、チャージ完了。覚悟しろ。リベルコール決闘だ。
想定通りだ。これで決める。
いいんだなルルーシュ。
綺麗事で世界は変えられない。
Easy enough.
愚か者め。
Ultimately, I would say that that fight had nothing of interest to us. We are gaining some experience though, and we will take that. Yeah. I mean, you know, it doesn't really matter to me if we do find anything rare in these story segments. I mean, even on my main account, I've never gone hunting for rare monsters.
そういうことだったんだな。
ノアを乗せて
Actually, I
グラン
have,
サイファ
but
ーで
it's been
空
a
を飛ぶ
really
こと
long
か。
time since I have.
なるほどな。道理で何の問題もなく空へ出ることができたわけだ。
That's kind of nice, right? Make a promise. You know, I can imagine they're having a conversation, then
幼いラカムがね、僕に言ってくれたんだ。
Rackham's the one who's preparing the ship, right? So,
いつか絶対
when it's done,
俺はあのグランサイファーを飛ばせてみせる。その時はノアも乗せてやるって。
and it happened.
制作者として
Good.
ナンパ船になってしまったあの気空艇はずっと気にかかっていたからね。
Pretty cool.
いい風だ。待ち続けた甲斐があったというものだね。
逃がさんぞ。
Are you on our ship? Where did you come from?
おっと、こっちの船に乗り込まれちまったみてえだな。仕方ねえ。まとめて踏んじまってやるとするか。
How did they get here? We didn't go ramming speed. For that matter, how did we get Luria off of their ship? I'm so confused.
よっしゃ、乗り込んできた帝国兵はこれで全部か。
私は船尾の方を確認してこよう。
じゃあ私部屋の中にいないか見てくるわね。
Yeah, I think that this segment of the story has really
それなら
suffered
俺は
from
動力部の方を見てくるとするか。
the
今の状態も
early
気になる
game
しな。
writing traps that they had, being an enemy encounter every chapter.
ねえラカム、君は随分頼もしい仲間を手に入れたんだね。あの日迷子になって一人で泣いていた君からは想像もできないよ。
The Rackham backstory that we get. You know, it's important to go into these characters.
俺もまあいろいろあったんだよ。
We went
という
into
か、まさか君と一緒に現れるとはね。
well, what's that supposed to mean?
ノアはこいつを知ってるってのか。
君自身と会うのは初めてかな。
Ah, yes.
君のお父さんと少し縁があってね。
So they know our deadbeat dad.
親父さんを知ってるってのか。一体どういう関係で。
残念だけどまだ僕がそれを話す時ではないみたいなんだ。
Also, Rosetta's in apparently just
その時になれ
hibernation.
ばきっと僕の口からいやもっとたくさんの人から過去を聞くことになると思うよ。
Anyway, like I was saying, it's important to go into our main cast backstories. We got to go into
まずは今の
Catalina's
敵を倒さなくっ
when
ちゃ
we were
ね
in。Albion.
さあ構えるんだ。
And we're getting a little bit of kind of Huygen's history as, you know, a Skyfarer by coming to Golonzo, seeing how well liked and well received he is. And Io is too young to really have much of a past. She has some backstory, right? But right, I think when it comes to her backstory, it'll be less about going out and meeting someone, more about like talking to her. And then there's Rosetta, who we know nothing about.
愚か者め。バカな。
アレスマグナチ。
Alright.
はこんなもんじゃねえんだが。
目標ロック、チャージ完了。覚悟しろ。リベールゴールド。
Only 2 there. That's okay.
この程度か。
Pretty simple. Just finish them all out. Alright. So, moving on. Looks like we only have 2 more nodes to go.
Yosha! ルリアも取り返して帝国の連中もやっつけたわけだし、さっさと戦火から離れようぜ。
That would only be sensible. I still don't know how you managed to do it. You know, get Luria off of their ship.
ああ、それがいい。さっき動力部を見てきたが、いつ墜落してもおかしくねえ状況だ。
Also, would the maintenance guys really have let us leave? You'd think that they'd have some method to lock the ship down,
ちゃんと整備をしてあげないといけ
so
ま
that
せ
it
んね。
doesn't take off or something in the middle of their work. So you know, someone doesn't sneak on board and steal it or something.
迷惑ばかりかけてしまうな。
I don't know, man. Something about the system here.
この船が随分頼りにされてるみたいで、制作者冥利に尽きるよ。
それじゃあ、さっさとガロンゾに戻りましょう。
ああ、全速力だ。行くぜ、グランサイファー。
All right.
ところで、いい加減隠れるのはやめたらどうだい、ロゼッタ。
Ah, so Rosetta's been in hiding the whole time.
バレてるわけね。相変わらず勘のいいことで。
これでも船作りの青少獣だからね。気空艇に乗ればすぐどこに誰がいるかくらいは把握できるさ。
Yeah, it does seem kind of foolish to hide from that.
それで？
それでとは？
いやね、しらばっくれないでちょうだい。分かってるんでしょ。
Her tone definitely kind of indicates that
そうだ
she
ね。
does not want to be having
や
this
はり目か
conversation.
な。目が彼ととてもよく似ている。
そうね。同じところを見てるからなのかしらね。
どうかな。僕はそれ以上の運命のようなものを感じるよ。
相変わらず好きね、そういうの。
君だって変わらないじゃないか。もうずっと昔からね。
ああ、やだやだ。こういう腹の探り合い、私嫌いなのよ。
それは君の冗談にしてはちょっと質が落ちるね。
ああ、もうやめやめ。ほら、魔物が来てるわよ。
Convenience monsters.
私たちは次の世代のためにせいぜい道を切り開いておいてあげなくちゃね。
This line here very specifically mentions that. Right? Hold on. Let me.
私たちは次の世代のためにせいぜい道を切り開いておいてあげなくちゃね。
Yeah. For the next generation, we have to cut them a path essentially. So, we are finding some things out about Rosetta here. Though, I don't think our protagonist is here to see this conversation. Because otherwise there'd be, you know, random moments of tiny dragons and blue-haired girls. Well,
これでどうだ。
撃っていいのは撃たれる覚悟の行け愚か者め。
alright. So for now, we're just gonna auto our way through everything.
バック
来ないでください。行け、押せ。
これで決める。
いいんだなルルーシュ。
綺麗事で世界は変えられない。
I mean, when you do auto and you watch it, sometimes you do really wasteful things like that. And it hurts. That's why when I do auto on main account,
チャージ完了。覚悟しろ。リベールゴーランド。
I don't watch because
やるじゃん。
it really makes it really hurts me to see something like
身をもって知れ。
throwing my full charge bar into a 3% enemy.
圧倒的じゃないか。
Alright. You don't need to listen to that. Alright, more normal weapons. What are these? Oh, this is weed. Okay. I couldn't tell. I wasn't really looking that closely. Alright. So we have moved on. Now we are on a fire stage. There's a few interesting things here. Let's go with this one because we never see that song. We'll go back to fire. I'll double check my party members. Double check my class. Alright, we are completed on Conqueror Ghost. So let's move to Weapons Master. I know we have Fire Sabers. Double check here. We've got Miserable Nest. Okay, should be fine. And we will equip Fire Weapon. We'll just equip SD. Stands for Swordian Dimlos. I think that's all. Let me double check our fire weapons here though, make sure we're not missing one. Yeah, these are both HP, so those don't really need to go in the grid. Alright, we're good. I mean, I don't suspect we'll have any issues with whatever this is.
案の定というか帝国の戦艦がつけてきやがるな。
もう往生際の悪い連中ね。きっぱり負けを認めて帰っちゃえばいいのに。
I mean, did we beat them already?
甲板に人が出てきたな。
Right, we were still fighting.
あれは
We've been kind of doing this tug of war with Luria's
まんまとルリアを取り返していきましたか。あれほどの戦力を有しているとは想定以上です。作戦の立て直しが必要ですね。
ではこのまま一度帝都の方へ。
Yeah, so apparently, what we've gathered here is that
作戦は崩れましたが、カードが尽きたわけではありません。ここからは私の悪あがきです。聖少獣ミスラの召喚を命じます。いけますね。結構。召喚までの時間稼ぎはこちらで請け負いましょう。魔性研究の副産物。あまり使いたくはありませんが、背に腹は変えられませんね。
research materials that are alive, they just leave them on the decks of their airships. I'm just saying, it does not make any sense.
その隣には宰相殿もいるようだな。
Really does not.
向こうから魔物が明らかにオイラたちを狙ってきてるぞ。
They're sending, you know, dark essence monsters.
魔物をけしかけてきやがったか。進路を塞ぐ奴らには悪いが容赦しねえぜ。
And I believe those will end up making up the side-scrolling portion. So we beat them up super easy.
準備が整ったようですね。ならば彼らにぶつけなさい。その力を。
この気配、気をつけてください。青春銃が来ます。
青少銃だとってことはそいつはまさか
ミスラだろうね。僕も力を感じるよ。
おそらく
I mean, here's
オ
the
ルキス
question
が紹介したも
though:
のか。
is the Primal Beast
で
of
も
Contracts any
オル
good
キスの
at
保護者は
fighting at
黒騎
all?
士じゃなかったの？あそこに黒騎士はいないわよ。
I don't know about that. Seems suspect.
まさか
I mean,
あの
that
女の人
said,
が
right? We have
鎧を脱いだ黒騎
established.
士とか。
いやそりゃねえな。ありゃ
We
間
have
違いなく
established that
別
these
人だ。
Primal Beasts are weapons.
今
from
と
the
やかく考えても仕方ねえ。来る
the
ぞ。
astral
全員
side
構えろ。
during the war way back in the day. So I guess it makes sense that there would be some fighting capabilities. So yeah, Eugen does confirm that Frisia is not the Black Knight. So, that's good to know at least. Alright. So let's call this summon. Might as well.
私と一つになりましょう。
Alright, this is called a field effect. You can find field effects over here. Foe attack and fire allies skill damage down. So, field effect makes the enemy stronger and makes it so that if you're hitting the skill damage cap, you will deal more damage. We're not, so it literally just makes the enemy stronger for no reason. Alright.
そっか、私分かっちゃいました。
That's okay though.
攻撃のチャンスを作ります。ズドンと打ち抜いてあげます。そばから離れないでください。
Should be pretty easy. Now, you'll notice in the HP bar, these lines have appeared along with this, you know, text box. These didn't used to be here, but these are triggers, right? So the HP has gone below a certain threshold. So when the boss gets their next turn, they will do this action. And when we look at this, click on the boss, we'll see we've got the debuffs listed. And when it hits at 60 HP, it will use defrag. It hits all your allies, deals wind damage based on the amount of debuffs that you have, and it removes all debuffs from removes all debuffs. So if it survives, which I suspect it will, we should see a trigger go off. I think this is the first trigger we've actually seen in a fight that we've had on video. There's been some in the event the side stories, I mean. Alright, so it did a trigger. It did a low HP trigger that caused it to go back and forth. Mithra is kind of irritating because it does have that, if you do your damage in like the right way, it never goes back to full HP. But we're good. Like, we should be able to just because you'll see the triggers, they've been exhausted. They don't reset. So it goes back to full HP, but it doesn't have any more triggers. So we don't have to worry about that. Alright, there's E-Frag. The attack boost that we just got, by the way, is from the main hand weapon, Sorting Dimlos. It says when an ally takes a hit, they get an attack roll. Alright, let's do a full chain. No problem. Mithra is not too difficult of a boss. Yeah, I mean, if we had picked something even stronger on the support summon, we would have cleared it in one turn easily. So, I'm glad we went with what we did. We actually got to see some triggers that way. Alright, so Jessica's reached the cap. I'm gonna uncap later just in case we don't have the materials for it, because if we go to the uncap screen, then we end up skipping post-battle cutscenes, and I want to see those. Alright, we have made it so that Rackham has further uncaps available. I'll talk about that in a second. And we got the gear of Mithra. Good stuff. Alright, new side story. Gives a light fist. We don't really need that, but we'll probably clear that anyway. You know, at some point. Alright, so we beat Mithra. That's good. Hey, we got a sky map piece. I mean, like physically? If you're talking physically, I think we're kind of a reasonable distance apart from each other. Yeah, I mean, the Empire should not be a monolith. It's pretty hard for everyone and every faction, every division to have the same goals, objectives, so there's almost certain to be some level of infighting. At the very least, squabbling for position. Yeah. That's pretty much my exact reaction. Oh, we're good. Yeah, I mean, we've got the guy who built the thing, right? He should be able to repair it, no problems.
船作りの青少獣の名にかけてグランサイファーは完璧に直してみせるさ。
これ以上の頼もしい船大工もいねえよな。
そうだな。それじゃあグランサイファーは任せるとして、私たちはゆっくり休むとしようか。予期せぬ事態の連続で妙に疲れたというか。
失礼。こちらの気空団の団長はあなたで間違いありませんか？
We have unknown showing up. I mean, I guess.
そうだけど、おいらたちになんか用か？私たちは必要の騎士が一人、青の騎士率いる秩序の気空団のものですが。
That's the third of the Luminary Knights that have been brought up.
この度エルステ帝国からの要請で元エルステ帝国最高顧問黒騎士アポロニアを捕獲いたしました。
So they don't bring it up in this line, but they mention that the Black Knight was ousted from her position as an advisor in the Arista Empire.
つきましてはその事情聴取にご協力願いたいのです。
But why would you come to us?
黒騎士が捕まった。
Why are you shocked about that?
これからアマルティア島の拠点で事情聴取が行われます。
Also, how'd you find us?
お手数ですがご同行いただけますね。
What if I say no? I mean, I might as well, but what would you do if I said no? That's my real question. Alright, so some things are clearly going on. The Black Knight has been apprehended by a third party at the request of the Empire. It's interesting. Alright, so we're going to Amaltia. But that will happen next time. For now, we have some rewards. Crystals and a weapon, as expected. Alright. So come over here. We'll be lazy. You can see we have inserted another wind weapon. At this point, our wind grid is almost entirely wind weapons. So, wind is coming along nicely. Alright, other things that we've obtained. First, that's the wrong one. Supplies. Wonders. Mithra. 50% boost in tuning points. This is a worthless wonder. It doesn't do anything if you are not in a multiplayer crew. So, this is a loss for us. We don't get anything whatsoever. Alright, map pieces. Here's the one from Mithra. Good stuff. The other thing that we want to look at, just kind of briefly before I touch on stuff, right? So, Rackham says Rackhams can be uncapped an additional time. So when we look at Rackham, we see these stars. These are on uncapped levels. So he can be uncapped up to 5 times total. But when we hit that the end of Golonzo, that means that this first star that's kind of bluish becomes available. So if we wanted to, we could uncap Rackham 3 more times. Now, when we look at our inventory, we look at characters, you'll see that the pattern for our party members is a little bit different than the other patterns. Where's Rosetta? She's in here somewhere. Alright, see, Rosetta, 1, 2, 3, and then a blue. right? But most of, basically, every other SR, the characters that weren't from the main story, they have 4 uncapped levels that are not locked by anything. And we have one example of a 5th uncapped level over here with Luane. Now, all of our main party members, except Rosetta, have a 5th uncap also. Party member uncaps, the main story party, those are unlocked by doing the story. So, basically, until this point where we beat Golonzo, Rackham could only be up to the 3rd uncap level, max level 60. And then afterwards, he can go up all the way to level 70. So that's good. Making progress in the main story will make us progress in developing our characters. And for, say, Luane, right? He's got this extra uncap. When he reaches level 70, so he's been uncapped 4 times, and he's leveled up all the way to maximum, that will unlock an additional Fate episode, and clearing that will unlock the 5th star. So we'll probably end up doing that at some point, just to kind of show what it's like. But yeah, that's the kind of the rundown of what we got there with character uncaps. So, also, it's the daily reset. So we'll set things off on getting some rewards from the daily reset. And next time we're here, I'll probably be trying to do something difficult. Right now, my plan is to attempt to clear one of the Omega Series raids. Right, if we go to Quest, and we go to Zinkenstill, we'll find the raids for the Omega Series. The other ones are over here. These are going to be significantly more challenging than the hard mode raids that we've been doing. The normal and hard mode raids, right? Because the HP thresholds, the damage that's dealt, everything is going to be significantly higher. But the rewards that you can get are significantly better. So, I'm going to attempt to clear Yggdrasil, which I believe is the easiest of them. Also, our wind grid is the most developed. And I'm thinking once I can clear one of these Omega Series raids, I'll also then make a video about grid building. So regardless of if I succeed or not, my next video is probably going to be doing an attempt or two of this raid. And after that, we'll probably be doing either a video on the concepts behind grid building, or we'll be resuming the story in Amalthea. So, with that in mind, thanks for being here, thanks for watching. Anybody who made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you. So, it's been Shadow SP, signing off.